going through a lot lately. All the stress got me going crazy. All these haters don't really faze me. I'm a ball like I'm Tom Brady. Can you see the pain? Can you see the struggles that I go through?
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all the support you guys have been giving me on these past few videos that I've posted. Definitely continue to show love, like, comment, share, and subscribe on these videos. Today's video is going to be a little bit different in that it's not really like super entertaining. It's kind of more of like my experience. So it's not a story time and it's not a reaction video. It's really kind of just like my experiences post my college graduation. Yeah, and give you a little bit of insight on my journey post college and things like that. If you don't know, I went to college at Syracuse University. And I guess I'm just gonna start about a little bit of my experience while I was in college and then kind of like moving forwards. When I got to Syracuse, I started originally as a communication and rhetorical studies major. And I always knew once I started college at Syracuse that I wanted to transfer to a different major. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted my major to be, but I knew that communication and rhetorical studies wasn't for me once I had done it a little bit. So moving forward, I decided to transfer into the business school, first majoring in retail management and then adding on a marketing major as well. And my original intention was to do marketing at a luxury retail company. Moving forward, I, joined a few organizations. I ended up joining a fraternity, and I became the president of both of the organizations that I continued on with throughout college. And I was just always doing stuff on campus, like, always making moves, always like, doing a bunch of stuff. So I interned at Rock Nation. I was a brand ambassador for Express. I was just doing a bunch of different things that I felt, were pertaining to my career choice, and things that I wanted to do post-college to kind of like prepare myself. So my last year of college, my intention was to leave college and work at a company within the music industry. But before that, post-graduation, I was supposed to go abroad. When that trip fell through because my classes were, one of my classes was canceled, I had to, rework my entire plan. I hadn't really applied to too many jobs, and like there was just a bunch of stuff that I felt like I hadn't done because I thought I would be away for 6 weeks following my graduation. So I had to make plans really quickly. I, added it's this thing at Syracuse called a Maymester, where you take a class in 2 weeks. You take it every day for 4 or 5 hours, and you finish like the credit scores really fast. But you take basically tests every day. You do reading and you take tests, and you take your midterm by the end of the first week and your final by the end of the second week. Like, it was just very fast paced. So I did that. I took another online class in the summer because these were classes that I was supposed to take that I had pushed off of my schedule to take abroad, and now I wouldn't be able to take them. So I mean, it is what it is. Life doesn't always work in your favor, and I learned that quickly, and I just had to, roll with the punches. So while I was doing all of this, when I got home, I had no job secured, no internship secured, no nothing, because I thought I was going to be away. Music industry, they want you there like immediately, so I wasn't heavily applying to any music industry jobs. Like, I just came home and I was like, damn, so what am I about to do? And I started looking. So I worked, I had 2 internships over the summer, and I was doing both of those, one in fashion, one in PR. And I was also taking that class online, and I was like grinding. Both internships ended, and I found myself back at square one. And I was also applying to jobs all summer, interviewing, not getting jobs, not hearing back from jobs. Like, I applied to so many positions and heard nothing back. And that was kind of like a time that was very humbling for me. I say the end of 2017 was a very humbling experience for me, because when I was in school and I would see people, graduate and they didn't have a job immediately or something like that, I was just like, I don't know what's wrong with them. Like, that would never be me, blah, blah. And it was me. I didn't have my full-time position until about October. But all summer I was applying to jobs and interviewing for jobs and not getting jobs. And it was like hurting my ego a little bit. And one piece of advice, if you get nothing else from this video, I would say everyone's journey is different. Like while you're in college, there's this like idea that's implanted in every college student's head. Like, once I finish college, I'm supposed to start my dream job, and everything's gonna be amazing, and yeah. And I feel like that happens for some people. And this video, if that happened for you, this is not for you. This is for people who it didn't happen for immediately, or if you're about to graduate from college, so that you're very weary of things that possibly could go on once you graduate that I wasn't fully prepared for. And that's why I feel the need to make this video, so that you can be prepared for it. So like I said, there's like this idea that you're supposed to have your dream job straight out of college, and you're supposed to, be doing what you love immediately. And if you're not, then something must be wrong with you. And personally, I think that it's very problematic to implant this in each college student's head, because once you graduate, you begin to compare yourself to people. And I would say one piece of advice, like I said before, is really just make your journey your own. Like, if you start looking at people on social media and you start comparing your situation to theirs, like, we were the same major, why does this person have a job and I don't? Why are they able to do this and I can't? Why can they go on a vacation and I'm doing internships and I graduated too? Like, what's wrong with me? And all I have to say is there's nothing wrong with you. It's really just everyone's journey is different, and things happen for people when they're supposed to. What's for you will not pass you by. If you are supposed to get that job, or you're supposed to start that position then, or you're supposed to intern and build your skills or whatever, like, everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. So don't get caught up in comparing yourself to other people and other people's situations, because first of all, social media is very misleading. Like, you don't know what people are going through. Like, just because their job seems cool, they could hate their job. And maybe you love your internship. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there's something for everyone, and everything happens for people when it's supposed to happen. So to continue on, after my 2 internships ended, there was a time period for 2 weeks where I didn't have another position. I interviewed at a company called and I really, really enjoyed It was a good work environment, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I took the job because I wanted to just gain a new experience somewhere else. And once I was there, I realized, like, this isn't for me. I didn't want to become complacent there by making money, because I knew inside that's not what I wanted to do moving forward. And I didn't want to get stuck in that company. So in January of the new year, I worked at from October to almost the end of January. And in January of the new year, I made the decision, like, I'm leaving. And I started looking for internships. Paid internships. I started looking for other positions at other companies. I started, just looking everywhere. And I was given the opportunity to work at 2 internships. So while I was there, I was interviewing for other companies, and I solidified 2 internships again. One was 2 days a week, one was 3+ days a week, minimum 3 days. So they kind of fit hand in hand, and they worked for me. And I kind of just made like a leap of faith. Like, I was taking a pay cut starting these internships. I really kind of just decided for me, like, this is what I have to do. And when I made the decision, like, this is what I'm going to do and this is going to work out for me, I didn't have any like apprehension about leaving. When I left with like a sound mind, like, this is gonna work out because this is what I want to do. And so when I started my internships, especially the one at a company doing publicity for menswear brands, I really enjoyed it. At this internship where I was making less, I wasn't working every day, but like, I feel like I just enjoyed it so much because I was learning so much, and I was interacting with people that had the same interests as me, and I was just doing something that I was interested in. So I wasn't counting the minutes. Like, we would be there all day, and I'd be like, oh shoot, it's already 6 o'clock. Wow. Or like, you know, we'd be at events and we were meeting people and learning, and, you know, just like, I enjoyed it so much, and it was kind of one of the best decisions I made to actually leave and start this particular internship, because I feel like it kind of gave me that drive again, like, okay, this is what it's like to do something that you enjoy, so now what are you gonna do moving forward? I had applied to a bunch of different positions in that time, and I interviewed for a bunch of different positions at the same time as well, internships, full-time positions, etc., etc. And I started my internship at the end of January. And then 2 weeks into the internship, I found out I got a full-time position at a media agency. And I was like struggling to decide, like, do I keep this internship that I really, really enjoy, that I really love, or do I start this full-time position that's, you know, a lot more stable? You know, I'll gain new skills from it. Like, it was like a battle, because I love my internship so much. I loved my team so much. I loved like what they were doing, but I also was interested in this new job, and it was, you know, salaried, and, you know, there was no set end date. So it was like a juggle in my head. Like, I don't know like what I want to do. But I say all that to say, you know, I'm currently at my new position, full-time, benefit, salary, 401k. At this young age, just graduating college, when you make the decision that you're gonna do something for you, something that you enjoy, something that you want to do, when you make that conscious decision to just go for it, things do work out. Don't become complacent in a position just for money. If you don't enjoy it, and if it's not leading you to your next position or putting you in a place that where you think like you'll be able to continue to grow or move forward, make the decision to do something for yourself and really understand like what's for you is for you. And when you're making the right decision, you won't feel like apprehensive to do so. You won't feel like you know, are nervous or like, you know, I shouldn't have done that, or like regretful. Like, once you make it and you're enjoying what you're doing, things will work out. I'm telling you, things will work out. Like, I know graduating from college, people fall into like certain depressions. You know, I've heard of post-college blues, where like you don't have a job and you're comparing yourself to other people, and all your friends are working and talking about work, and everyone has money and you don't. And I completely understand that. I can relate. And what I'm saying is that things work out when they're supposed to. I didn't think, like, I thought I'd be doing my internship until May and then have to continue doing, you know, job searching and figuring it out then. But I was just moving like in a now type of, look, this is what I'm doing now. I worry about finding, you know, another job in my field moving forward. And once I took that leap, things worked out. Like, things are continuing to work out for me. Like, since I left my last company, and not to bash the last company, because it is an amazing company, but it just wasn't conducive to my career path. And that's why I made the decision to leave. And whether it was take a pay cut, whether it was find an unpaid internship and work another job to figure it out, it is what it is. You have to analyze your situation and move the way that's best for you. But like, number one, don't compare yourself to other people. Everyone's journey is different. What's for you is for you. What's for you won't pass you by. Some new door is gonna open. You're not even gonna be thinking about any of the jobs that you didn't get. I promise you, you're not. It's easy when you're searching for a job and searching and applying and searching to become consumed in just that and kind of let life pass you by. Everyone's situation is different. And I hope that, you know, from my journey and my story, post-graduation, I hope that you guys can really, you know, take something from it and really kind of like come into your own outside of college. You know, once everyone graduates, once everyone, you know, is moving into their field of choice, industry of choice, job of choice, understand like you have to do things for you. You have to really kind of make moves on your own and do what's best for you. And when you know what's best for you, it feels right. I really want to thank you guys for, you know, listening to this video, listening to my story. I hope, you know, this can help whoever, you know, is feeling a certain way that they don't have a position directly out of school, or who's nervous about graduation or anything like that. Like, things will work out. absolutely. I really, appreciate everyone for watching this video, kind of like going through this journey with me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video. And definitely follow me on my social media as well. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, crown me king. I've been going through a lot lately. All the stress got me going crazy. All these haters don't really fade.